Hello, and welcome to this video that is a brief introduction to probabilities. Let's consider an experiment that produces a number of outcomes. The set of all outcomes is called the sample space of the experiment. The subsets of the sample space are called events. Let's analyze a dice roll experiment. The possible outcomes are the numbers from 1 to 6, each one representing one of the 6 faces of the dice. An elementary event is an event which contains only a single outcome in the sample space. It's easy to see that the dice rolling experiment has 6 elementary events, one for each face result. As an example of events, we can consider the even or odd sets. When events do not contain repeating elements between them, we say they are mutually exclusive events. A probability is a number between 0 and 1. It compares the events of an experiment, and assigns every event a value. This value represents the frequency at which this event will occur when compared to the other events. Each time we roll the dice, one number will be face up. And so, the probability of the event of an empty set is 0, and the probability of the event of the entire sample space is 1. The set A represents even faces, 2, 4 and 6. The set B represents odd faces, 1, 3 and 5. The probability of an even event is 3 over 6. The probability of an odd event is 3 over 6. The sum of the probabilities of mutually exclusive events containing all elementary events is 1. In another example, we consider 3 mutually exclusive events from the dice rolling experience. The probability of the first event is 2/6. The probability of the second is 1/6. And the probability of the third is 2/6. Then, the probability of the event of the 3 sub-events is 5/6. As a general rule, we can say that the probability of one event is the sum of the probabilities of the subsets. And in these conditions, we can say that we have a probability distribution. Another example is flipping a coin. The probability of the heads event is 0.5. It is equal to the probability of the tails event. In a probability distribution, a random variable is a function that assigns a number to each elementary event of the sample space. A discrete probability distribution is the result of an experiment where events occur in countable sample space. Let omega be the set of all possible outcomes in the sample space. Let f be the function that returns the probability values for the elements of omega. As we saw earlier in the example of rolling the dice, the sum of the probability values is equal to 1. For all 6 faces of the dice, the probability of one face is 1 over 6 and the sum is equal to 1. In general, for any subset, E, of omega, the probability of the subset is equal to the sum of the probabilities of mutually exclusive events inside E. Finally, this image shows the usual representation of a discrete probability distribution. This one is called Poisson distribution. Thank you for watching and hope to see you in the next video.